What's happening, everybody? It's time for another draw reveal show, and this is a big one. The CIBC Atlanta Slam. Georgia, we're coming your way. Can't wait to get there. Let's dive into the draws. And as always, ladies first and ladies singles. And who is on fire in singles more than this lady? Kate Fahey. She was working in American Express earlier this year up in New York. Now she's wrecking people in singles, flying up the rankings. She's got a great seed here. We'll show you that in a second. And no one wants to play her. Huge ground stroke. She's just going to keep getting better and better. We love having Kate Fahey competing on the Carvana PPA Tour. Let's take a look at the draw. The one lady, though, that sent Kate packing out in Las Vegas was, of course, Anna Leigh Waters, who is just on a rampage. She is pickling everybody in later rounds, just playing phenomenal pickleball across the board. She is the top seed. The one lady that's beaten her in 2024 in singles is Salome Davidze, and she is in her half of the draw, so we could get a rematch of that one. That'll be interesting. Down below, Brooke Buckner had won 2 in a row before losing in Vegas, and Judith Castillo looking to get it going again, had a nice little run, then has had some early round losses lately, but she is always fiery and feisty and a tough out in singles. On the left, the number 2 seed is wait a minute. Catherine Parento sitting out singles here in Atlanta. So guess who's got that 2 seed up there? Leah Jansen does, that's right. So can Leah fulfill that seed and make a run to Sunday? We'll find out. Caitlin Christian has been playing some terrific singles all year long as the number 6 seed, so look out for her. Jeannie Bouchard back in the mix in Atlanta. As the 19th seed, she'll play a qualifier and then see if she can put a little run together. And then look at what could happen down here. We've talked on this show throughout the year that Paris Todd's seed is going to keep getting better and better. Now it's all the way up to the number 7 seed. But look what could happen in an early round as there's Kate Fahey, the 11 seed. So all the way from qualifying to the 11th seed for Kate Fahey in just a few tournaments time. That's what happens when you keep making finals. If that matchup happens, the groundies are going to be unbelievable from the baseline. So we love women's singles. It's getting so competitive, and can anyone knock off Anna Leigh Waters? We'll see down in Atlanta. Now to men's singles, and it's all about that man right there. Federico Staksrud gets to Sunday like it's church. He is unbelievable, playing terrific, and he tap danced all over Dylan Frazier in the final at the Fontainebleau out in Las Vegas. Let's take a look at the draw. Fed, of course, is the number 1 seed, and look out for him. Down below, though, is the 7. Quang Duong is going to make a final soon. The ground strokes and the movement are too good. Now, he has been battling a lower body injury, so will he be 100% in Atlanta? We'll see, but that is a player you don't want to run into in the singles field. Also down below is the 5 seed is Christian Alshon, who had to scratch from singles in Vegas because of an injury. We saw him wearing a sleeve on the knee. Will he be fit to play, or will he have to scratch in Atlanta as well? We shall find out. And then there's Jack Sock just lurking like a shark just below the water, the 9 seed. Look out for him. He can rip forehands all day long and make it all the way to the final without question. So that'll be fun to watch what happens on that side. Over here, Ben Johns is back in singles, did not play in Las Vegas, but he is playing singles here in Atlanta, and he's looking to try and make up some ground on Staksrud, but the gap between Ben and Fed is significant in both the points in the race. Also on this side, we've got Donald Young, who is having an unbelievable last major tennis tournament up in New York against Bao Duong, the youngster, the 13-year-old lefty. How fun is that? Lefty versus lefty. Who's going to win the southpaw battle? We shall see. Hunter Johnson is going to keep improving his seed. It's been in the higher 20s, then the mid. Now he's all the way down to 20. He's had some rough draws. This is a guy that can beat everybody in the draw, so watch out for him. And then there's Dylan Frazier. Won the first event of the year and then hadn't done much until Las Vegas when he played terrific until the final. Wasn't his best showing, but Fed kind of does that to people. So Dylan Frazier as the 6. We'll see if he can get to Sunday again. Men's singles is unbelievably competitive on the Carvana PPA Tour. We'll see who makes it to Championship Sunday. Usually it's Fed and somebody else. Now let's look at mixed doubles. And these two, you want to talk about a team that's on fire. They've won 7 in a row that they've entered. They didn't play in Salt Lake City, so they don't get to say 7 Carvana PPA tournaments in a row, but 7 in a row is 7 in a row. They're sticking their tongue out at people. Let's look at the draw. And up at the top, there they are as the 1 seed. Massive draw, 64 teams playing for a chance to win a title. And you can see early on, Anna Lee and Ben could run into Matt and Lucy as the 15 seed up there. So it takes a ton of great play to make it to Championship Sunday, especially in mixed doubles. A couple of teams I have my eye on this side, J.W. Johnson and Georgia Johnson. So much talent there. Brother-sister duo, Dallas Flash teammates. They could win this whole thing. J.W. Johnson just firing away with those counters and that backhand flick. And then Georgia lighting up the dudes. We love watching them play. Another team I'm really interested in is the 13 seed, Etta Wright and Augie Guh. Can the lefty Augie Guh make it happen? The chemistry is my question here because the level of play that these two could bring to the table could be really, really good. So they're going to be a fun watch. Down below is the 12 seed, Megan Dazan and Andre Diescu. They absolutely destroyed Ben and Anna Lee in their first game out in Las Vegas, and you're like, we're going to have the upset of the year here. Megan Dazan is rifling two-handed backhands everywhere, but they weren't able to maintain that, ended up losing in 3, but they can beat anybody, and that first game proved that. And then down below here, Donald Young, what a run in his last pro tennis tournament in mixed doubles up at the U.S. Open. His new mixed doubles partner will be Eva Radzikowska. Can they make a run? We'll find out. Over here on the left, the 2 seed is Anna Bright and James Ignatowicz. And lurking over there on their side is the hottest team in pickleball and mixed outside of the top seed over here. That's Gabe Tardio and Jesse Irvin. They're playing terrific together. They won Salt Lake City. Look out for that duo. Also over here, I mentioned Catherine Parento not playing singles, but she's most definitely playing doubles. And with Christian Alshon, they could make a run all the way to Sunday. So mixed doubles is so much fun. We'll see who wins it out in Atlanta. Now, on to women's doubles. And folks, the girlies ain't beefing. They just entered late in Las Vegas, so they couldn't play together. So they're back together, roaring their way through. They are going to be the 2 seed because, of course, the top seed is Catherine Parento and Anna Lee Waters, who are 1,272 and 1. Okay, I exaggerated, but all they do is win. They have 1 loss to the girlies on a Monday. That's it. They just keep wrecking people. And they beat people 0-0, and they don't care. Double pickle, fine. We're off the court in 15 minutes, so you better bring your best when you play those two. Also on this side, very interesting 6 seed, Vivian David playing with Tina Pisnik. A lot of balls are going to be made between that team and some very good counters. They're going to be tough to beat because the ball's going to keep coming back and diving into the kitchen. They will be fun to watch. There you see the girlies up there as the 2 seed. So much firepower, so much just fire in general. We love watching them and the intensity they bring to the court. And there's Kate Fahey in the doubles, and we're going to keep an eye on her as she gets better partners, as she gets more comfortable in the chestnut checkers part of pickleball doubles. She's playing with Lina Padiga-Mehta. That'll be fun to watch. Down here's the 3 seed, Etta Wright, Megan Dazan. Did not have the showing they hoped for in Vegas. Can they find that chemistry and push the 2 seed? We had that debate about who's the second team after AL and CP, and then they have started to fall back just a bit. Can the Utah ladies push forward and make it all the way to Sunday? Also over here, look at this fun team. We always love when Mari Humberg's out on the court. She's playing with the youngster Alex Trung. let's see if they can pull an upset or two and make a run. So we love women's doubles. We love the firefights. We love watching these ladies battle out there for a Carvana PPA Tour championship. Now, let's talk about the dudes, and these are the dudes to talk about. They've won 2 tournaments in a row. That's right. Can they possibly win 3 straight? Andre and Gabe, they have the chemistry, they have the firepower, and they have that aggressive right side play that you get from Gabe Tardio. It is so much fun to see these guys on the court. We'll look at their draw here, and we'll start at the top. J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier had a selection of 6 events where they made Sunday every single time. Now they've fallen back a bit over the last 3 tournaments, so can they get it going again as the top seed and take a crown in Atlanta? We'll find out. In their section of the draw, oh, it could be saucy again. Hayden Patriquin and Pablo Tejas are a terrific team. No one wants them lurking in their part of the draw, but there they are in with the top seed. That'll be very fun. And then we've got Team Model, who was right there in Las Vegas. Jay and Pat back together again. Looked like they had a big win over Connor Garnett and Tyler Leung and just came up short. Can they push forward as the 10 seed? The 4 seed is a couple of DC Pickleball team partners and a couple of power forwards as the college basketball and NBA season's about ready to start. That's 2 tall dudes in Deckel Barr and Big Jimmy James Ignatowicz, so they're going to be tough. Couple of tennis guys, we've talked about Donald Young. He's with Travis Rettenmeyer, and they could have an early round match with Colin Schick and Jack Sock. Team Shock has to play as the 18 seed a round before. They do not get a bye, so we could have all sorts of tennis background in that next round. So that's this side. On the left side, Ben and Colin don't like when I say it, but they are in a drought as it relates to gold medals, have not won a tournament since April. Will Atlanta be the one? We'll find out, but guess what? Yeah, that 6th seed is the team I was just talking about that's won 2 in a row. They keep improving their seed, and Andre and Gabe have wins over the Johns brothers. They're not going to be intimidated. They're going to take it to them. The Johns brothers keep tweaking their game. Is this the week they get it done? We'll find out. Down below, Riley Newman, Christian Alshon, former Major League Pickleball partners. They looked very good in Las Vegas, so can they keep the roll going? They are very tough to beat. Alshon playing that aggressive right side roll so well. Down below, Connor Garnett and Tyler Leung is the 9 seed. They were so much fun to watch out in Las Vegas. The Ernie King was earning like crazy in some of those matches, and the Tui Nation of Connor Garnett, Utah Black Diamonds partners, really look good, and they keep getting better and better. Can they make a run out in Georgia? We shall see. So all these draws are packed with all the best players. Can't wait to get to Atlanta. Let's look at the overall storylines. And here's the big part. Slam the door, what do I mean by that? This is one of our 4 slams, which means it's the most points available for the players. 2,000 available. That's double a regular open. So if you make it all the way to the end, you are going to really improve your seed and you're going to improve your ranking in the race, and we'll get to that in a minute. So big, big opportunities for these players to get hot. And speaking of hot Atlanta, this is our 2nd trip to Atlanta this year. Why is that? Well, number 1, we love going there. We love this Lifetime facility in Peachtree Corner. We usually go to Cincinnati around this time of year, but they're remodeling that. There's going to be great pickle up there in Cincinnati. So Ohio, we're just taking a 1-year break. We will be back and see you in 2025. Next up, Major League Influence. What do I mean by that? You've heard me talk throughout the show about all of the partners that are playing Major League Pickleball together, and they're also doing that in a Carvana PPA Tour event like this one. So Major League Pickleball could have a big impact on who wins gold in Atlanta. Next storyline, the eye test. We are going to be on national CBS on Saturday, September the 14th from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We love that we get this opportunity to showcase these great athletes. I am thrilled to be on that call. It is going to be great to let the world see how great the play is on the Carvana PPA Tour. And the final storyline is we are racing to Cali. What do I mean by that? The finals is going to be played out in San Clemente. Beautiful venue, and players are jockeying for position to qualify for that. You got to have enough points to get there, and I'm not going to leave you hanging. We're going to show you where they stand in the race rankings right now. Let's get to it. The race to San Clemente is on, and we're going to take a look at each of the particular disciplines and see who's there and who's not. Here we go. First one up, of course, is women's singles, and not surprisingly, Anna-Leigh Waters is run away with it up at the top, and that's fine. But look at some of the players that are below the cut line. 8 ladies qualify for the final. Judith Castillo, despite a win earlier this year, just below at 9, and Kate Fahey is on a rampage up these rankings. It would be unbelievable if she qualifies. She's just a couple of spots away right now. She could get there. So Paris, Mary, and Salome, look out, because those 2 ladies down below want to get into the mix. So that's women's singles. Now let's look at men's singles. I mean, that looks like a typo up at the top. Fed is that far ahead of Ben? Yeah, Fed's that far ahead because all he does is get to Sunday. Down below, though, look at some of these players who, if it ended today, would not qualify. Jaume Martinez-Vick, Chris Hayworth, Pablo Tejas, Jay DeVilliers below the cut line. So they're going to be coming for you. And Jack Sock, this is the only page you're going to see his name. So he needs to do very well in Atlanta to get a bunch of points so he can secure a single spot out in San Clemente. Next, we're going to go to mixed doubles. And the way we work this is we have a top 8 in women's and a top 8 in men's as it relates to the points they've earned in mixed doubles. Then we'll pair them up in San Clemente. Anna-Leigh Waters, of course, at the top. But look who is not qualified as of this moment. Number 9. Rachel Rohrabacher. Number 10, Leah Jansen. Number 11, Megan Dazan, all below the cut line. You see the impact of having a hot streak. Jessie Irvin won an event, then did very well in Las Vegas, and that vaults you right up and over and gets you in that qualifying position. So this is going to be fun to watch. We'll be keeping an eye on this one in particular as we get closer and closer to the finals. Now we'll look at men's mixed doubles. Ben John's clearly up at the top. But again, look at some of these stars down below that aren't quite there. Tyson McGuffin, Riley Newman. Now Gabe Tardio had almost no points until this rampage. So can he keep it going and get there? So look out, Deckel and Hayden. They're coming for you. But again, this is our playoffs, and we're going to keep an eye on this after each tournament for the balance of the campaign. Next up, we have women's doubles. So, whoa, why is this list so long? Well, here's the deal. We need to make 8 teams, and 8 teams of women require 16 women. So the top 16 qualify here. And again, big names not on the positive side of the cut line. So you have Vivian David and Jade Kawamoto just barely in, but out would be Elise Jones, Jessie Irvin, Mari Humberg, and Jackie Kawamoto. We could have twin-on-twin crime here if Jackie does well and jumps over and sends Jade down below the line. That's how close this is right now. So we'll be keeping an eye on these ladies because we love women's doubles. Now to the men's doubles, same idea. 16 of the dudes qualify, and right now it is Jaume Martinez-Vick holding that 16 spot. Riley Newman below the line. Tyler Loong below the line. Zane Navratil below the line, and in 20th place, Big Papa Jimmy. Wow, yeah, just hasn't had a great year in men's doubles, so he's going to have to do work, and doing it in Atlanta would be huge because double points are available. So the race to the finals is going to be epic. We'll keep an eye on it for the balance of the year. Now back to Atlanta. Where can you watch this? We have you covered. We've got, as I mentioned, the national window on CBS, CBS Sports. We're also on there. We've got ESPN2, and of course, all the coverage on our beloved channel, Pickleball TV. I can't wait to be on the call all week long. 2,000 points available for the best players in the world. Georgia, we're coming for you. Thanks so much for watching this show and for watching the Carvana PPA Tour. I'm Dave Fleming. Peace.